Hi everyone, this is the final video of this little series of opening up official Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition grids and tiles. So this is the adventure grid, comes in a plastic casing, hence why there's some pretty bad glare. So let's just open that one right up. So it has a flip thing, which most of us are probably going to put in the bin. Basically selling the rest of their products. I am currently waiting on my Tomb of Annihilation book to come in the mail. Australia Post sucks, so who knows when that's showing up. Now, first impressions is one side is for the wilderness and the other side is for a dungeon crawl. So it comes out in folded parts, which I think is quite good. Because it's a bit of a cardboardy material, that's about that thick, a little bit of a bow, but that's okay. It should mean that the gameplay is stable, because this lies down probably lie down quite straight once you had it out a little bit, and it shouldn't be so easily knocked. So what I wanted to do was I actually wanted to first show what was on each side. Sorry for the glare of the light, but that's obviously the generic woodlands area. And now we'll flip it over so you can see the dungeon tile side. It's a little bit bouncy, but I'm assuming once it lays down for a little bit, it's totally fine and it would be flat. Gives me that impression given how sturdy the material seems it's made out of. Now let me grab a pen to see that a whiteboard marker can in fact draw on this and then come off. Just smudge it off. Seems okay to me. Am I daring enough to leave it on there for 3 days and see if it rubs off properly? No, I am not. So what I wanted to do is do a little comparison of the tiles, the reenacted tiles, to the adventure grid, because I have never DM'd before, so I've never had to make a map before, haven't had to deal with that fun. But I would love to DM, and so what I'm doing is I'm gathering all my resources and I'm kind of just spitballing ideas in my head. And I wanted to see what it would be like if you were to put one of these against the other, like so. If it would work out, if it would be a little clunky. So looking at the material made, they look like they're made out of the exact same thing, which is great. So there is not actually a bump between where the D&D tile begins and where the grid ends. Now when you see my fingers. See, you can see that is exactly the same length, which is fantastic. The only annoying thing is that the D&D grid, as you can see, a full square doesn't finish. It has this little bit of a square, like a, I don't know, fifth of a square. And then around here, it's like nearly half, maybe a third of a square. And if we just flip this around to, no, I don't want that side, back to the sewer side, the squares, if we take a look at the top 3 areas, or squares, they kind of match up. There's a slight discrepancy, but players probably aren't going to notice. I'm going to notice because I'm a little pedantic. All in all, I think you could combine these and not want to cry from imperfection. Now let's just flip it over to this side to see what we're dealing with. Okay. Dealing with the same as a fifth of a square, and then probably a third of a square here, and the tiles seem to match up better for some reason. I'm going to pretend that they're exactly the same as the other side. So it looks like they would go well together. And it looks like you can draw on both materials. So that's really good. But thanks for listening in. I've hit my 5-minute mark, and so catch you in the next video. Bye!